welcome to Four Weebs, also known as That Anime Podcast. So, the whole idea here is that there's a good anime and a bad anime each week, and in order to pick who watches which anime, we do a marble draw. There is 2 white marbles, so if you pull one of those, you watch the good anime, and if you pull the blue marble, you have to watch the bad anime, and red, you also watch the bad anime, but you get the joy of picking the animes for the next week. So, my name's Leah, avid anime watcher and fan, and chocolate lover.
Okay, hello everybody, my name is Veda. I am also an avid anime watcher and lover, but, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are aware, I am a huge fan of Back to the Future, and today happens to be October 21st, 2015, which is the day in the second Back to the Future movie that they go into the future at 4:29 p.m. Yes! Okay.
That is exciting.
I'm sorry, I was like...
I'm happy how enthralled you were.
By the time they hear this, it'll be way later than that date. But
way past it, but I'm so excited.
Cool mention, anyways.
Okay.
My name's Liam. I'm a noob with anime, but, you know, every day it gets a little better, I guess. For your health.
And I'm Becca, and I'm an anime watcher occasionally, I guess. Fuck. I'm infected by Veda's enthusiasm for the Back to the Future day. That's great. I literally, my cheeks got tingly for a moment. And I just want to let you know, Veda, that you make me feel tingly on the inside.
Aww.
You know, Back to the Future isn't even an anime, guys.
Who gives a fuck? It's Back to the Future.
Shut up,
it's
Liam.
awesome.
I don't know, they got
anime.
pretty close with Rick and Morty. And
You wanna get your jimmies rustled? I haven't even seen the second Back to the Future movie.
Well, I know what we're going to do to Liam in the near future.
Okay.
I've seen the first
Take it
one.
back! Take it back!
I've seen the
So,
first
on that
one.
note, while we all agree that Liam really needs to go watch that damn movie, because what kind of life do you live?
There's been so much
Sad.
on the internet about it, I don't really need to see it. I know there's
Fair.
the
No.
3D scene
you
of
have
the
to-
shark.
you
I
need
know
to
there's
see
a
it.
hoverboard.
No. You have
You need
to
to see
watch
it.
it to know.
I've seen the first one. I feel like that's enough.
Liam, I feel like you've gone
No,
down
you have to watch the second one.
5 respect points because I didn't realize you'd never seen that movie.
That's like saying you haven't seen Lord of the Rings or Star Wars.
Or
No, it's
Titanic.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but Titanic's so
completely
I
is.
haven't seen the
Simple.
entire Titanic either.
good. You don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't really like Cameron though, so.
If there's any movies you don't see Titanic, but you need to see the Back to the Futures.
You know, there's so many good movies in the 80s.
Alright, guys.
hard to
We
see
can
all-
talk about
Sorry.
this for a very long time, so I'm gonna reel it back in.
80s
Oh,
tangent.
Liam,
Okay.
you're ruining our fun.
Japanese content.
Oh,
Let's bring
damn
it back
it.
in.
Okay. Back to
All right.
the right.
Okay, so would we like to start with the bad or the good anime?
The good anime.
What were the bad and good animes?
The bad.
Yeah, what were they?
Please.
Okay.
Refresh our memory.
So the bad anime was School Days. Well, actually, no. First, let me start off by saying I picked a theme this week, which was harem anime, which is not my usual taste in anime, but I thought, why not? Broaden my
You're
horizons.
lying. You watch harem anime all the time.
No, I really
Reverse
don't.
harems.
All
Reverse
right.
harem for that sweet, sweet cartoon man action.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the bad anime was School Days, which I had a harder time finding a decent description of, but I'll read the one I have anyway.
It's so bad, don't even bother.
So a young
Spoilers.
Japanese high school student beginning his second term at a fictional Japanese academy, during his daily routine rides to and from school and becomes infatuated with fellow student Kotonoha Katsura, a girl that also commutes. And I guess when this new acquaintance of his... I don't know, man. This is just a terrible description. I had this problem last time when I was describing it.
That's enough. Let's
That's-
describe
yeah,
the
all
good
you
one.
need.
Basically, it ends up... I think it's basically just ends up being this...
Don't
giant
worry.
high school,
Don't worry. I'll cover the
triangle.
description very
And-
well.
Oh, okay.
I think we just need to take a step back and let Liam go for a moment.
Okay. All
Are
right.
we
So I'm
starting
just
with
like
the bad anime
This
then?
dog, I'm
Let's
just like this
start with
rabid dog being held at the leash. Be like, let me go, let me at him.
We're switching it up this week.
Yeah.
Bad anime first, because Liam is so
He
eager.
needs to be on...
Just
like,
Yeah.
boiling over.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, let's go. Go.
Go ahead
Like,
and mention
how
the
about
good
it?
anime first.
Oh, yeah, so the good anime is High School D times D, which we will get back to once Liam has had his rage.
His moment to shine.
Okay,
So-
Yeah, bring it on.
So first of all, I'd like to mention that, like, if Ebola, AIDS, and cancer decide to, like, get together and make an anime, it'd be this anime.
Wow! And that was only the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step in for a moment and say I don't think that the anime was as bad as Ebola, cancer, and AIDS altogether, but it was worse than Cosmopolitan magazine, so it's still pretty bad.
Dang.
Oh, and just to throw in, because I forgot to mention it beforehand, yeah, we only watched the first 3 episodes of the anime.
Yes.
Alright.
All right,
Continue,
Liam. Go.
So first of all, Becca's wrong.
That's you can have your opinion, Liam. That's what this is all about.
So, you know, I was pretty reluctant to start this, but, like, not that reluctant, because, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I'm watching the bad anime this week. It's gonna be bad. Let's just, you know, get it over with. And so, like, I started watching it, and then 2 minutes in, I had to pause it and, like, you know, go chat with these guys for a minute and just say, like, 2 minutes in, and I want to kill myself. I'm gonna be as offensive as possible during this episode, so
I did my job
sorry,
well.
not sorry. So, I mean, okay, so the description you had there is like, oh, he notices this girl on the train. Holy shit, we have so much in common. We both take the train. And it starts off, he's like, I guess narrating, like, oh, there's this superstition that if there's someone you like, take a picture of them without them knowing. Okay, so first of all, that's like, alright.
Super stalker.
Take
super
a picture
stalker.
of them without them knowing and set that picture of them on your phone wallpaper. And if you can have it as your phone wallpaper for 30 days, then things are gonna go well for you.
I thought it was 3 weeks.
Whatever. Doesn't
Yeah,
really
3
fucking
pairs.
matter.
Close
It's
enough. 2
foolish.
months.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, okay, there's a lot of creepy things about that and just a lot of just dumb things about that. Just that okay, so there's a lot of bases to cover here.
Liam, like, can't even
So I guess, like, on the basic levels for this, the animation is really simple, like, really budget. They reuse the same, like, you know, establishing shots of, like, the school and the train station. They reuse those all the time. The characters are pretty much in the same outfits for 90% of the time.
Granted, they are at school, and it's a school with uniforms, so there's an excuse for
Sure.
that.
Sure, that's
Some
one way to,
kind of-
like, save money.
Yes.
And then, fuck. Becca, you say some shit.
Okay, well, I agree with Liam. Like, I think that this anime should be retitled, Stalking for Stalkers, or, like, the most basic and misguided relationships ever. So, you're introduced to... Fuck, I need to pull up the names of these characters, because I keep forgetting
No,
them.
it's not even important.
Well, I feel like because there's 2 different girls that it's important to, like, give them names, otherwise I'll start
It looks
Okay.
like
confusing
there's
So call them
Kotonoha
one with
and
the big
Sakai.
tits.
Yeah.
Call them one with the big tits and one
Oh,
with the small
dear.
tits.
Katsura,
Because
who
they
is...
even, like, ugh.
Yeah, okay. So, Katsura is the one with the big tits that Liam is referring to, which is mentioned at least once per episode. But
Yep.
but
And shown.
she's also
Oh,
she's
dear.
described by one of the other characters as so pretty no one else wants to be friends with her.
What?
Yes. So I agree with Liam. The whole, like, stalky, like, take a picture of someone without being known. That's really troublesome. And then the whole so pretty that nobody can be friends with her because they're so scared of her. So she's very quiet and reserved and fuck that. And also Makoto, who's the protagonist, the male, is described by another character to have all of the girls flocking around him, to which he's like, "Buh, I don't know what you're talking about."
Which is a lie,
which
because
is,
they
of
don't
course-
have the budget to animate a bunch of girls flocking around him.
And the third main character that we need to know is Sakai, who is the second girl who happens to sit next to Makoto in one of their classes, happens to see his wallpaper of the chick that he likes, Katsura, and then decides that she's going to help him get together with Katsura, but at the same time she has a crush on him, so she the whole first episode ends with Makoto and Katsura are going to go on a first date, and Sakai kisses him while he's waiting for the other chick to show up. And then she proceeds to spend the next 2 episodes harassing and aggravating Makoto because he's not wooing Katsura the proper way. And it doesn't matter what the fuck he does, he's doing it wrong. And this girl is, like, so very obsessed with putting them together. It's quite creepy. So that's where Stalkers for Stalkers comes in. Because she's stalking him, and he's stalking Katsura, and Katsura's so pretty that she doesn't know it, and everybody thinks she's wonderful, but everybody treats her like shit. This is a very problematic anime. And
Thanks for describing it
I think
so well,
I found a better description.
Well, my rage is just not letting me describe it properly,
Yeah.
but I was
So
gonna
it says-
say this anime. So you know how like when you're in junior high and you know you start dating people for the
Yes,
first time and
that's
it's like the fucking shittiest
The worst.
thing of your life and you
Yes.
just feel like a piece of shit.
Yes.
I mean, I still feel like a piece of shit for like I mean what it would have been like to date me in junior high, and this show was like hey, that's making me think of that. Fuck you, show.
See, that's
But it's pretty unrealistic still.
That's exactly what the same feeling I got, and the reason why I compare it to Cosmo is because it's like it was written by 11-year-olds that were trying to create an anime about what it's like to fall in love with your first love.
It's so
And
unrealistic.
it's so unrealistic and so misguided and so, like, treat the girl this way. No, treat the girl that way. At one point, in the 3rd episode, Makoto and Katsura are on the train together, and she, like, goes and puts her hand up on his shoulder, so he gives her a hug. And the next scene is Sakai calling him up and yelling at him for being too forward in public, because Katsura could not possibly want him to be that forward in public, despite the fact that Sakai has no fucking clue what had happened, and Katsura was the one that initiated it. So it's just very, like...
Annoying.
So what, the one girl wants to, like, live through the other one kind of
Yeah,
thing?
it kind of feels that way, and, she's very annoying about it, and I completely agree with Liam. Like, all I could think while watching it is, gee, this is what I would have thought in in elementary school, what relationships must be like, based on, like, all of my media intake and stuff at that point. But with the retrospect of not being a fucking, like, 6th grader, I know that's completely what they're not like at all. Nobody ever talks to anybody. Makoto never once just talks directly to Katsura, despite the fact that they both have crushes on each other, and they want to be together. It's like putting them together when they're on their first date is the most awkward thing to watch, because you can just tell that they're both trying not to, they're trying not to be awkward around each other, but they are being awkward around each other, and it's just, they don't belong together. Like, they're the worst. They're the absolute worst.
They're
The
literally
nudist-
worse than cancer.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say
They're
worse
pretty
than
cancerous,
cancer,
but like
because they're not going to kill
super
you.
cancer.
But
The new description
like,
I found says, it's about a guy who's a complete failure at life, an idiot loser who is intensely selfish, who gets uncontrollably nervous, talks to girls, and does nothing with his life. However, the twist is that every girl who meets him falls madly in love and wants to have sex with them.
Yeah, it's
He
totally...
gets to have sex with all of them.
It's completely a man... Well, and, like, that's the one thing, is that they're so chaste about it. Like, I thought it was a very conservative show, because, like, when he kisses the girls, they make a huge big thing about it. So I can't imagine the show
It's magical.
tackling sex down the road. Like...
Oh yeah, no, I hope to
No.
God they don't.
But it's very much written as, like, a man fantasy, because, like, all the girls look interchangeable. Their faces are all the exact same. The only thing that makes them different slightly are their personalities. And even then, they don't... They're all just there to serve the protagonist as his sexy lady people. So I guess in that way, it is an effective harem. But, I mean, I personally like harem anime for, like, the weird, awkward sexual tension, and there's none of that here.
Can we
So-
talk about like the pervy shots for a minute? Speaking of how that's a conservative anime.
Yeah, that's a good topic. Go, Liam.
So like, you know, obviously they spend a lot of the animation budget. You know, it's like the shot. Okay, the girls are in gym class. Let's have like the entire screen just be her ass, like the 16-year-old girl's booty in shorts for like way too long.
But not even a
It's
good
like-
shot of her ass. Like that shot of her ass where it's like half thigh.
Oh.
Mm.
And then it's like, oh, the boyfriend's calling her on her cell phone, and her sister answers the phone. It's like, oh, she's in the bath right now. Cut to shot of like her,
Back
you know,
boobs?
breasts in the water.
Yeah. I like
And then she gets out of the water in like her really small towel and walks, and you see her boobs jiggle, and it's like, I thought like this is just way out of place. This is just, yeah.
the scene that stood out the most to me is when she gets out of the tub and it's like her sister with the phone, and it's like a shot from her from behind, and her boobs are easily twice the width of her body because there's
Oh.
literally back boob. Her back does
Oh.
not cover her boobs.
Oh
But
dear.
Never at any point in like her outfits does it ever seem like she has gigantic breasts. Like
Mm.
it's not that kind of
That's-
anime where
yeah.
everybody has gigantic, like overproportioned parts of their body.
Yeah.
Unlike the one Veda and I watched.
It's just like those naked shots of the one girl, like suddenly her tits are gigantic.
Yeah, they just like totally over sexualize her.
Yes.
You know, the innocent virgin girl, and then
Yes.
the mischief maker girl says like, oh, your boobs are so much bigger than mine.
Oh yeah, and she feels her up
Yeah,
at one
yeah, yeah.
point.
that sounds like a pretty typical
Yeah,
anime kind
Well,
of.
That's
she says
standard,
she
yeah.
says, "Oh, I'm surprised the guy hasn't done this to you yet." He's like
And then,
not
like-
he's thinking with his head, and then she just like gropes her from behind for a solid couple
Like
seconds.
yeah, like juggles her boobs, but like at the same time, like they go in for like the kiss scenes are so chaste and like all I could think when I watched them was this must be how like Christians like really like strong conservative Christians would like demonstrate a kiss where it's like, oh, they're
It's
touching
really
the-
vanilla.
Yeah, like it's super. But then you have scenes like that where Sakai is juggling Katsura's boobs when they're sitting on the swing.
That happens in a lot of anime, though.
Mhm.
But I don't. But this doesn't feel like the kind of anime where it should happen. Like it doesn't. It felt very out of place because it's not the kind of anime that.
That
Like
it
never at any point does it suggest that's going to happen until it happens, and then it does, and then everything's back to like very plain drawing. Like it's even bland to look at. Like I
Huh.
said, all the female characters look the exact same. There's only Makoto, and his one buddy shows up for like 2 minutes in the first episode, and then we never see a boy again.
Oh,
There's lots
great.
of really long pauses.
Yeah, it's just
That's kind of
So
like
it's like-
the animation budget.
Yeah, their budget was
Mm.
shitty.
I don't.
I really
know.
want Beta to like tell you guys how this anime ends.
I looked at Wikipedia to get the people's names, and I
Did you read it?
think because I read with my eyes
Just
and my.
spoil the ending now, so no one listening to this ever feels like watching it.
Okay.
Go, you do a Veda, because I think you'll have a better grip of what is going
Oh.
on than me.
Well, I haven't actually watched the show.
Mhm.
Good,
I
don't.
just I watched the ending scene, and I'm not completely clear on what happened. What did it? Yeah, I'm curious what you read though,
Okay,
because
so
it's probably more legit than what I'm gonna say.
according to Wikipedia, I'm just gonna spoil
Yeah.
all the shit.
Okay, spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning
If you really
for
want to watch School Days for whatever twisted reason.
yeah. Pause and then maybe come back in like 5 minutes. Sakai, who is the crazy stalker chick that's insisting that Makoto and Katsura should get together. Eventually Makoto gets bored of Katsura, which I don't blame him because she's boring as shit, and
She's
leaves.
the one character that isn't like an asshole,
Yeah, but she's so
which makes her boring.
boring. She seems like a sweet girl, but I'm bored watching her. He leaves Katsura after having a affair with Sakai, and
So
then
what defines affair?
affair basically this is at the point where I guess they're all having sex because he has sex with
They-
Sakai.
They do have sex in the show.
Yeah.
I know that much.
So he then impregnates Sakai.
Oh.
Oh, we're not there yet. It gets
I know.
worse.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
I know what
wait,
you're
Liam.
gonna
Just
say.
wait.
Wait, which one's Sakai?
Sakai's the annoying stalker chick.
Okay.
Um,
So does he have sex with like the innocent virgin one?
from what I can tell, yes, according to
I'm pretty sure he has sex
Wikipedia.
with like everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
And
a
everyone
hot
gets
stud.
He's a man.
grades.
He's a hot stud, man. So
Man.
after he has the affair with Sakai, Katsura basically freaks out and goes after, oh my god, I'm skimming Wikipedia as I'm reading this.
Come on, you're leaving me hanging.
Sorry, Makoto apparently gets killed at some point.
Yes,
He gets killed.
He gets killed.
Yeah, there's this scene. One of the chicks stabs him
Yes.
to death, like randomly out of
He's a
nowhere.
cheating bastard.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
just like standing there on his phone, and she shows up, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Wah!" And she stabs him in the stomach.
Because if there's one thing we know about life, the best way to deal with a cheating asshole is to stab him.
Yeah,
So he gets killed.
but it gets better.
I'm guessing by Sakai.
After knocking up.
After knocking her up, Katsura then approaches Sakai and attacks Sakai because she loved Makoto, apparently, I'm guessing. Sakai almost gets killed in that altercation. Blah, blah, blah. It's revealed in the Summer Days game that the mother of Sakai is the daughter of Makoto's father, making Sakai Makoto's aunt.
Ew!
Wait, what?
Yes.
Ew.
Sorry, no, Makoto is Sakai's uncle. Flip it. Yes.
Oh, dear.
Flip
Oh,
it.
dear.
Rearrange
Oh,
it.
And that's how it
dear.
ends. It's like,
Yes.
oh, he's dead. By
So
the way,
he
he's your
impregnated
uncle.
his niece.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I'm reading.
Good lord.
I would not expect that to happen,
So
judging from what I've seen so far.
that is my very frantic reading of Wikipedia and explanation of, I'm guessing, how that series ends, because I will never watch
There's,
another episode of this, ever.
No.
It reminded me of a soap opera. That was the
It
gist
kind of-
Like a really bad one.
Yeah,
It-
like
Yeah.
I'm your uncle and your baby's father soap opera. Oh, fuck.
Some Jerry Springer shit happening here.
I really want to get
That's-
the white marble someday, guys.
I've had it.
Well, I'm
Hey,
sorry,
well,
guys.
I was grateful to have this opportunity to be really passionate, and you know, it made me feel passionate enough to pick a really bad anime for this week.
I'm
I really hope I
excited.
don't have to watch it.
I'm excited to watch that one, because
I hope Leah gets to watch it,
I'm sorry, okay? I just did my job.
and I hope Becca gets to watch the good one,
Fingers crossed.
and I hope I do too.
So I stand by
Oh,
my
dear.
point of I don't think this is worse than Ebola or AIDS or cancer.
What about Boba
Well, you're
Boba?
wrong.
Oh fuck, Bobobo was still worse.
I think that's the
Bobabo's
one with
worse?
the top.
Yes,
That
Bobobo's
was really
worse.
freaking
That
bad.
one was really hard to get through. Like this one, I turned it on and I was like, as long as I can read the subtitles, I don't care. Like just get through it. It's done. Okay, it's fine. But Bobobo, like after the first episode, it was seriously like a labor of hatred to watch anymore.
That's how I felt
moral
about
of the story is, let's hope I never get the red marble again.
Yeah, you better cross your damn fingers because we're coming for you, Leah.
Okay.
Alright.
I know how
No,
to
you don't
pick
get the red marble. You get the blue marble every episode for
Oh.
like at least a month.
Yeah, that was sweet.
No!
Pain, man.
Alright, guys, so the consensus is you would obviously neither of you watch School Days ever again.
Yeah.
Run away, it's the plague. Alright.
Like I said again, final conclusion. School days worse than cancer, Ebola, and AIDS.
I think if you want to watch a really shitty anime and you're into Cosmo and bad relationship advice, this is probably right up your alley. But
And
if
incest.
you have any
Why did
common
they?
decency,
Of course they had to fucking throw incest in there. Sorry, I keep
incest.
interrupting.
I'm
It's
sorry, Liam.
anime.
Have you seen Game of Thrones? Incest is hot. Oh,
Right.
retarded babies are awesome.
Who doesn't love
Becca!
retarded babies, right?
Oh my god, you guys.
I'm never going to get a job ever in my life, so I can say whatever I want.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah,
Should we
don't
segue?
don't watch this fucking anime. Go watch something better, like Naruto.
No!
Oh my god.
That's
True, Naruto is way better.
Granted, Naruto is probably better than School Days.
yes. At
Just
least
gonna put that out there.
At least you're going to be entertained by the what the fuckedness of Naruto compared to School Days, which is just boring and bland, and I really want to know why the chick is whatever, fuck it, I'm done.
Alright, guys.
Drops mic.
Okay.
Alright.
But
So,
like, I want to add one thing. You said, oh, if you're into Cosmo tips and soap operas, there's probably a better anime to watch
Yeah,
than this.
probably.
it's true.
Don't watch this one. Don't watch this one.
Just don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
It's like one of the worst ranked animes of all time for a reason.
Yeah.
based off
lots of
several
people,
lists.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah.
I feel like if we were dumped in the middle of the killing and the incest, I would be more interested. Because at least there's killing and incest to watch.
Except you know that probably doesn't happen till like the last episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So I just want to kill
nobody
yourself
dies
the entire time.
until the
That's
last
bullshit.
episode.
That means you have to watch however many long episodes this stupid anime is.
Probably.
It is 12 episodes.
Oh, it's only 12?
Yeah.
Well, that's
shorter than I
less
thought.
than I thought. Alright, on to the good anime.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Good
So-
animes.
Beta and I got to watch the good anime, which was High School D times D.
Yep.
Which I will give a synopsis here.
Alright.
So, Issei Hyoto is your average perverted high school student whose one wish in life is to have his own harem, but he's got to be one of the unluckiest guys around. So he finally goes on his first date with a girl, just to get brutally attacked and killed when it turns out the girl is really a vicious fallen angel.
I wish
And to
school
top
days
it all
started
off,
this way.
he's later reincarnated as a devil by his gorgeous senpai, who tells him that he is also a devil now, and she is the master. So-
Senpai, notice me!
It was, so, I don't know, I guess I can start Beta.
Yeah,
unless
sure,
you
go
want
for
to
it.
start, but
No.
I actually really liked this for several reasons. I mean, okay, at first, again, I don't watch harem animes.
No,
It's
neither
not-
do I.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. So I mean, like, the first couple minutes, I was a little like, oh boy, what did I get myself into? Because, you know, like, everyone's got the big boobs, and, like, the way they make them jiggle is just, like, not natural.
There was one part where I noticed she was standing in the shower and she didn't even move. But
I
the
know, and
boobs
her
were like
boobs were just, like-
boing, and I'm like, why
Yeah.
did they move? I'm so
Because it's
confused.
awesome.
They're
Yeah.
they're sentient.
And, like, they literally show you everything, like, even, like, full-on bend over, but, like, their hair will be, like, conveniently blocking their vagina, and that's, like, about it.
Yeah, it's also an ecchi. I didn't know that going into
And
it.
neither did I, so it's definitely, like, full-on harem
Can we take one
nudity.
step back?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
ecchi is like lesbian, right?
No,
No,
No.
it's
Oh.
just
it's, like, more adult.
It's like they show the full titties.
Like,
Taking-
Okay.
There's
Taking-
less censor, I think.
Taking 2 steps back, the hair is conveniently in the way or inconveniently in the way?
Well, depends how you look at
Well, it depends. Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
glass
So here,
half full
I
kind of
brought up-
person.
it. Brought up a definition.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely inconvenient. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Come on.
So, ecchi is an often used slang term in the Japanese language for playfully sexual actions.
But not porn.
I
No.
was wrong.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the first couple minutes I was kind of like, oh no. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned it was going to turn into, like, all harem, no storyline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was worried
too.
about.
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
But it actually just ends up getting, like, pretty interesting and, like, pretty good. And, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Not like,
Actually, yeah.
stupid.
Some of the jokes actually are like kind of funny. I think.
Yeah. And I mean, the last thing I'll
Oh.
say, and then I'll move it over to Veda, is I actually ended up watching, I watched the first episode in Japanese, and the last 2 in English, because honestly, and I don't say this about a lot of anime, but the English dub was so good, it was so
Actually,
funny. It was
I-
so funny.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was gonna watch it in the dub, and I was like, no, I'll just watch the sub. So I watched all 3 of the episodes subbed, and then you told me that, and I went back and watched the second episode, and I actually kind of enjoyed it more.
Yeah, like,
Just because.
I was in the second episode, and I stopped, and I said, Veda, did you
Yeah.
watch this in the dub? And she's like, no. And I was like, you need to, because there's this one point in the show where this one guy, he's like this hot guy that all the girls love, goes to, like, find the main character and, like, fetch him to bring him to
Yeah.
their master. And all the girls are like, oh my god, like, you know, why is he talking to, like, that loser?
The pervy kid,
Like,
you know.
the pervy kid, and the pervy kid's like, don't worry, ladies, I won't steal all of his pimp juice. And they, like, leave the room, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Pimp
Yes.
juice.
And, like,
He has some
it's,
pretty
like,
good one-liners on
yeah,
the
and
English
it's, like,
dub.
you're dropping the F-bombs everywhere, and, like, it's
They
just, it was good.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised there as well. Also with the dub, because I tend to pick the Japanese sub, but I
Mhm.
know dubs can be good.
Dubs.
But yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, so what are your kind
Uh,
of initial thoughts, Veda?
My initial thoughts. So I've never actually watched a harem anime before. Watching this show, I don't. People find that surprising. I don't know.
You guys are missing out on so much.
I'm sorry. I told you. I ended up watching Reverse Harem instead.
Yeah, like, the most I've seen
Yes.
is, like, Love Hina.
I haven't even
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah.
I've read some of the
Mhm.
Love Hina manga, so that was like the very first manga I ever read.
Mhm.
And I've never finished it, but I found Love Hina very sweet. And like
Yeah,
it's harem-y, but it's sweet. And
In like a nice way.
yeah. In like
That's
a
good.
yeah. Sorry.
That's
Carry
okay. No. For high school DxD, I was kind of expecting it to be like you said earlier, that there was going to be no plot, and it was just kind of going to be, oh look, girls, and he's just making them come towards him because he's goofy and they're funny. I don't know, some sort of weird antics. But they actually kind of started a story, which I was pleasantly surprised by, because it wasn't terrible. With that whole like him dying in the first episode, that was fun.
Yeah. Like, the
Yeah.
whole kind of thing is so, like, there's angels and devils, but then there's also fallen angels. So fallen angels want to kill all the devils. But it's kind of interesting in a way because the devils, so, like, the main characters and stuff like that, actually aren't even necessarily bad guys. They're just holding their own territory. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And
Like-
then, like, they kind of play the other, like, mythological creatures, I suppose, as the, like, evil people.
Mm-hmm.
But even they're not, like, incredibly evil. I
No.
don't know.
It's pretty... Oh, and of course, so when the main character, this is after he's already, like, dead and, like, brought back as a devil, but he, like, doesn't know it yet,
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
gets, like, stabbed by one of those, like, fallen angels who want to kill him.
Yeah.
And, of course, to, like, heal him,
Oh, yeah.
the
Someone has to
main
give him a
devil...
blowjob.
No, the main devil girl,
Damn it.
you know, the whole idea was she had to, like, get naked and, like, lie next to him and, like,
She had to, like,
know.
hug him naked in order to
Yeah.
make him better.
restore his body. And, of course, he wakes up and, like, doesn't remember what happened, so he just wakes up with this really, really hot chick totally naked in her bed, or in his bed, and his mother walks in, and she's
Yeah.
just like, you're late for school, and then, like, stops and, like, shuts the door, and you just hear her yelling to the dad, like, do you know what he's doing up there? Like,
Yeah. That was
And-
pretty great.
I don't know, I think what I found refreshing, but maybe this is, you know, kind of, because it is maybe, like, an older harem, like, for an older audience, is, like, the girls aren't all stupid and ditzy. Like, the main character is actually just, like, a regular, like, woman.
That's true.
She's
They
not
have, like, a little
shy
bit
about,
more-
she's not shy about her sexuality, but she's not all like,
Mhm.
oh, do me, like, you know.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
one thing I forgot about School Days is the only like adult person in the entire show is the teacher.
Mm.
Like even when they're all at each other's
Yeah.
houses, never
And they
is
don't even
adult.
like have. They don't even show the teacher. All there is his voice.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
yeah. Just that.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of that one.
I'm not a
thing
big
that I was
fan
like,
of Charlie Brown, but I'd much rather watch that than School Days.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Sorry, carry on.
Right.
You can
Um,
continue, Beta, yeah.
Me? What was I saying even? Anyway, I was actually kind of like, cause even though I didn't know it wasn't edgy, I was actually kind of surprised that there wasn't more panty shots and like,
Yeah, it's
bouncy
actually
jiggles.
kind of tasteful.
in a way, yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was expecting like every 2 minutes someone's clothes were just gonna like rip off for no reason, but like when they do rip off, there's kind of a reason.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
they're
they're
fighting
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
I'm like-
unrealistic, but there's a reason.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, it's obviously over exaggerated, but there's still some logic, quotation marks, around that, but, you know, it was nice to see that.
When the clothing gets ripped off, it's often strategically ripped off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Exactly.
Ah,
Yes.
anime.
Mhm.
Basically. Yeah, no, like, yeah.
And I'm like, as far as like the story and plot goes, I mean, it's not anything really special, like, in a way, because like, I don't know, you could probably find the plot done better in a different anime, but for the target demographic, because it is a harem and it's obviously an ecchi, it works well, kind of.
Yeah,
I think,
I think
maybe
so.
if you hadn't, maybe if you hadn't seen like an ecchi harem before and you weren't like used to it and you wanted like a different genre kind of thrown in there as well, they do have like some decent action scenes, so it works well for maybe like as a beginner intro to someone who wants to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think the, like, you know, the whole thing, I think the plot will thicken a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think what's nice about it is even though it's, a harem and that sort of thing is it's not like just like one tone. Like the characters do have real emotions that aren't lust and shyness. You know, which seem to be the two typical
It sounds way too complicated.
features.
It's not.
Probably
just over-explaining.
I don't understand characters unless they're shy or lustful. I don't get it. That doesn't exist, does it?
In the world of anime, it's questionable.
Ooh, this is something that I brought up with Veda last night when we were talking.
Which
is it? It must be a trope in anime where a character presents their friends with food, and their friends all go, "Oh my god, you made this yourself!" I fucking am so tired. Like, I've seen that like 3 or 4 times in an anime, and I'm already so tired of it. Because I'm like, cooking's not that hard, guys.
Yeah, but like in Japan, they like put so much pride into their cooking and like how it looks and stuff.
Yeah, but I just,
like,
I'm over it.
It's okay.
Fair enough.
I think the point I had for that, going off on tangent here, was they do. I don't know for sure, but like I think it's probably a cultural thing too, because in Japan they do have smaller kitchens, so they don't have as much room to like cook really fancy meals, and they have like vending machines for literally everything. So
that's true.
People don't. I don't know if they cook as much. Like they still cook, but obviously maybe they just buy a lunch.
My counterpoint is that it was sandwiches. They were surprised she made sandwiches.
Okay, never mind. I was expecting some like sick bento box.
Yeah,
no,
like bento.
No, they were sandwiches.
Sandwiches in a bento box.
Yeah, they were cut in quarters. They were not fancy. They looked like egg salad, maybe.
Well, there you go. Never mind.
Maybe. No, fair enough. Then I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I just. If they're gonna be like,
what did you expect?
If they're gonna be like, oh my god, you made this, it looks so delicious, it better be fucking more impressive than a goddamn sandwich. That's what I'm saying.
But
sorry to interrupt.
No,
that's okay.
That's a valid argument.
Very important tangent.
Very important tangent. I want a sandwich now.
Yeah, that's your problem.
I need a harem to fetch me my sandwich.
That would be so great.
You could have, like, oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh, fuck. Gordon Ramsay? Gordon Ramsay styled harem anime, where he's, like, a chef, and he's got all the women chef, and it's, like, a reality show. And when they bring him bad food, he throws it at them, and this sounds so, like, so sexualized, and, like...
Just say it.
Like, misogynistic, that I would watch it, and I would eat it up, because I'd be like, this is so bad, it's good. But he'd be like, you all must make me a sandwich. And then they go, and they're probably cooking in their bras, because it's going to be that kind of anime. It's a harem anime.
And someone's going to, like, splash water on themselves.
Oh, yeah. With, like, a white bra on, too, right?
Yeah.
And then have to take it off, because the water's boiling, and that's the only way you protect yourself from boiling water, is by taking your bra off.
Have you seen that one, like, clips from that one cooking anime? I don't know what it's called, but it's like...
Is it, Food Wars?
Maybe, but, like, the one dude, like, cooks something, and whenever anybody eats it, they, like, orgasm in a way, and, like, all of their clothes disappear, and it's just, like, them being like, oh!
I have not seen that.
I need to see this.
But
there's stuff like that in Kill la Kill, too, where whenever Ryoko defeats somebody... She, like, their clothes explode, and there's just this big shot of their, like, naked body flying through the air.
And their O-face.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That should be part of our anime, though. Well, my anime. With the Gordon Ramsay-esque male of the harem. Every time that the winner cooks the best meal, he just gets naked. Like, his clothes explode off.
Oh, no, I just pictured Gordon Ramsay naked. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, back to things.
Yeah.
Back to the
things.
important things.
I don't know.
Right.
I feel like there's not a whole lot to, like, overly discuss. I think it's good for a harem anime, well done. I thought the dub was hilarious.
The dub was good.
I don't know. I feel like part of me feels like, yeah, I'd keep watching it, but I mean, I probably won't, because harems just aren't really my thing, but if they were, I think, yeah, I'd keep going.
How long is it?
Oh, good. I don't know.
It is Also 12 episodes.
So
Maybe I would finish it.
It's not
a
super
nice
long.
quick watch.
Yeah. As for me, the whole show is general. Like, the production value seems pretty decent. I think it's
so.
Studio Madhouse, and they usually produce like their production ranges from really good to like really bad. So, you know, it's kind of in the middle, which is nice. Personally, I don't think I would continue watching it. I mean, it was kind of funny, but it's just not me. If that makes
that's
sense.
what I'm at too, right? Like, I feel like I was for it. I'd be like, I'll keep going, but it probably won't happen. But again, for those people who do like harem and like more silly things, like, I'd do it.
Yeah, definitely for people who like harem animes and action and jiggly titties. Go ahead and watch this, because you will love it.
And angels and demons and fallen angels. Oh my.
And mythological plots and stuff.
I'm totally into all that shit. So
Go for it, Becca.
Super pissed off I didn't get to watch this anime.
It's the ultimate fusion of genres.
Oh.
Yes.
Just go watch it, Becca.
Yeah.
Fallen angels and titties? What more could I want?
Right. Alright. So,
Yeah.
where are we at now?
Sweet.
I guess
the marble draw.
I mean, do we have any final thoughts on comparing the two, or harem animes as a whole?
Is there a good way to do a harem anime where there isn't some like level of offensiveness where it's a group of sexualized characters purely for the benefit of the other character? For like the opposite sex character, I should say. Or are these like, I realize this is getting into a deep question, but do we find harem animes problematic, I guess?
Because they're targeted?
Yes.
I don't think it's problematic. But it's
hard, right? Because I mean, you have your harem and you have your reverse harem, so it's not even like you can necessarily pull the like sexism card because it goes both ways.
That's true.
But
I think it depends on the stereotypes they're appropriating in each genre.
I think so too.
For the opposite sex.
I feel it would almost come in like, and if you really want to look at it from like a social standpoint, I think you kind of have to look at it too as like, how are the characters being treated, right? Like, is it like School Days where the guy is just being a total douche and like having sex with all of them?
And it's totally like legitimate. They're like, oh yeah, that's totally normal in this world.
Yeah. Or is it kind of like, you know, maybe all the girls like the guy, but the guy's kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do, or he like only likes the one. You know?
Or it's
I
like
don't know.
More legitimate, I guess.
Yeah. I guess it just depends how it's done.
Not a total jerk.
With your anime, does it, like, obviously because there's like the larger breasts and everything flying around, is there that sexual tension as well? Like, do you think there's that expectation that he'll eventually end up with his senpai? Or do you think that's like an undercurrent that's happening towards the greater plot line?
I feel like they're setting him up with one of them.
Yeah, there's this other blonde girl.
The blonde chick,
I feel like it'll either be this blonde girl or, like, his master, but
the red-haired chick.
It does seem like they're doing it in more of a tasteful way where it's actually going to be built into the storyline. I think it's a little more... Yeah. It's a little more harem, I think, in a sense that all of his, like, all the other devils with him are these, like, hot babes who kind of, like, protect him.
Cool.
But they're still, but they still kind of, like, but they don't all love him at this point. Actually, they don't even really care. Like, except for the blonde chick and the red-haired chick. The rest of them could take it or leave it, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, so far, yeah. But I think, as a whole, at the same time, you know what, if you're watching a harem anime or, like, an inverse harem, whatever, reverse harem, thank you, I feel like you know what you're getting into. So, like...
Pretty much.
If you're someone who, you know, doesn't want to, like, have their, like, sexual rights questioned or be objectified, you just shouldn't be watching any kind of harem anyway.
Okay.
So,
that's
how I feel.
Yeah, I think harem just kind of, it has to be done as a comedy. Can't really do it serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's hard to take harem seriously, though. Like, that's why it can't be done.
It never actually happens in real life where you're surrounded by hot men and they all want to be with you. Unfortunately. I mean, not my life.
Unrealistic.
I'm surrounded by hot men 24/7.
I mean,
They got my back.
if I could be surrounded like by pugs or cats, that'd be pretty sweet too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, a harem of cats.
And
well, that
dogs.
sounds a little questionable,
This
guys.
All the
happen.
cats are competing to be like the master's favorite cat.
Yes. And all the dogs are just like, we're Master's favorite because we love him. I would watch that. I would watch that so hard.
See, and then you could like call it something really bad, like the Pussy Harem or something.
The pussy
And, like-
party.
I was expecting something way more creative.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
but aren't the best options usually the ones sitting right in front of you?
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Shall we move on to the marble draw?
Yes, we
But
shall.
I have
Alright.
my rationale. I have rationales for picking, but I went through like a few different processes. Like when I started watching School Days, I had to take a break because I couldn't watch 3 episodes in a row.
Stop with the marbles.
No, people need to know I'm getting revved up
So-
and they're being shaken.
Okay, we know. You can stop now.
I'm gonna have to re-shake them.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, like, I watched one episode and then I tried to like pick my animes, but then I like changed my mind. And I watched another episode, the last 2 episodes, and I tried like figuring it out again. I thought I had something,
How
then I
can I
changed my
ruin
mind
Leah's
again.
life?
So I've got. It wasn't more about how to ruin Leah's life, but it was more of just like, no, I think I could pick something that'll be like a better. So, but
I
I've
hope I
got
get the
I've got
swipe
like a
marble.
couple different backup options here because I'm not sure what people have watched or not. So, anyways, let's draw the marbles.
So is there a theme,
Go,
quickly?
go, go.
The theme is not only did school life suck, it was really boring because it was barely about anything at all.
Mhm.
So
Here's some
we're-
things that are about
the
things.
theme for this week will be mecha because I just need something that's like drastically different from boring, not harem, just like boring high school.
Yeah, I'm not
shit
really a
anime.
school
Something
anime
with a
person either.
shitload of action and
We need a testosterone injection, is what you're
huge
saying.
sci-fi
Oh, come on.
injection, huge action injection.
Alright.
And hopefully, fuck you, Leah. We'll see.
This is my final last shake of the marbles. Who's drawing first?
Oh,
Veda.
Sure.
sorry. Did I
Veda,
ruin it?
Veda is a white marble, bitch.
Are you fucking?
Again?
I think Veda should be the red marble for a month. Who's next?
Oh, she should be the blue marble for a month.
I'll be
Oh,
next.
no.
Let's see if Liam gets to make me regret my life choices.
Leah is a white marble.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Foiled again.
Fuck. Liam, do you want to go next? Or
Sure.
should I go next?
Whatever you want.
Like, if you get red again.
If I get
If Becca gets, well, if she gets blue again.
if
then
I
she
get
should
we
be
either
do
red
blue.
or
guys-
blue, the
No,
remaining
should we-
colors.
Should we do a redraw?
Yeah, let's just do a redraw.
Because it's gonna be the same thing as this last week here.
I almost got red. Holy shit.
Hey, redraw. Everybody's drawing. Fuck rules.
Fuck the rules. I want to go first.
We care
Okay,
more
In
about
that
thinking.
case. Alright. I got a white marble. I don't even
Hey.
fucking
Oh.
care. Everyone else is the red marble. Who's next?
Let's
Let's
have,
do me again.
Leah's a
Okay.
blue marble.
There you go, Liam.
Oh.
You have now.
Feels so
Yes.
underhanded and untrue to everything. Who's
Hey,
next?
Veda, go next.
Me.
Veda's a white marble. That
And-
means Liam is red for a second time.
Which
Okay.
means you get to watch the bad one with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we need to revamp
I'm
this whole
kind of
marble
just getting a
thing.
taste of. I'm getting a
Maybe.
taste of my own medicine here. I kind of wanted Beta to get a red one.
I know.
Because I know one of the good animes I wanted to watch was one you've seen. Anyways,
Ah.
so the theme is mecha. Let's see. I know you've seen those two. So the good anime will be Full Metal Panic.
Oh my god, that one's
Ooh.
so good. Sorry.
Have you seen it?
I've
I've-
seen it.
I've
It
heard
doesn't
about
matter
that
because I'm
one.
not watching
Oh yeah,
it.
you're a red or the
The
blue
Yeah.
marble.
It's so good.
I've
And
heard
Beta,
about
you
it.
haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. It
Yay.
worked.
Yay!
Sweet.
So Full Metal Panic.
Ooh.
So it's kind of when is it set exactly? I'm reading the wrong summary here. There's a member of a covert anti-terrorist private military organization tasked with protecting this one dude, or this one high school girl. And there's mecha in there at some point. Let's just let the suspense hang in there, and you'll find out more about it next week.
Oh.
So,
That's so suspenseful.
the bad anime is not like super closely related, but it is also in the mecha genre, and it is SD Gundam Force.
No, you motherfucker! I wanted to give that one.
Well, you should have picked mecha.
I almost gave that 1 week.
What is it? It sounds.
So,
It's
well,
so
I mean,
bad.
we all know and love
Haven't seen
Gundam,
that one.
and
It's
this
so
is
bad.
the Gundam where the mobile suit Gundams aren't like piloted suits; they're like actual talking like
they're like-
chibi robots.
And they're chippies!
Transform
It's so bad!
They
my
live in
God.
harmony with the humans.
I made the mistake of watching an episode of this. It's not good at all.
Great.
Spoilers.
Thanks.
It's a mecha comedy action show from
This is the
2004.
problem with mecha.
Right?
It's either amazing or it's shit.
This is payback for school days. I feel so great.
Oh my god,
Hey,
guys!
I
Don't
gotta watch
hate.
it too, so I mean, I wanted to watch. Well,
I'm
the
happy
thing
you're
is, my
enjoying this
my,
mecha.
my first choice was gonna be Code Geass, but I know a couple of you did that, right?
I love Code
Oh,
Geass.
so good.
I think I'm the
So
only
good.
one that hasn't
And then my
watched
second
that.
choice is gonna be Knights of Sidonia, which I know
Sidonia.
Veda and I have seen.
Mhm.
But it's
Yeah.
like it's cool, and like it would another tie-in to SD Gundam Force with that, because they both have computer generated animation in them.
Yeah.
Oh, then
And I think Knights of Sidonia is like it's fairly new, and it would have interesting things to talk about. Then.
I started the second season of that.
Oh yeah,
Finally.
let's
Only,
talk
like-
about it after the episode.
Okay. I'm only like 2 episodes in, but yeah.
Anyways,
getting
so SD Gundam Force is gonna be it's gonna definitely be a show.
I'm glad I dodged that bullet.
I'll read
I made
I'll read
myself
part of
take
the
that
synopsis.
bullet, so-
The story is set in the futuristic city of Neotopia, a happy, peaceful place where humans and robots coexist. Until the Dark Axis, an evil force from another dimension, arrives. You know, I think that's the only description we need, really.
I think so. That's enough.
Well,
Yep.
I think that's it for this week. Perhaps we will come back next week with a new marble drawing system, because
Yes.
this one
Perhaps.
seems to keep fucking over the same people.
I don't.
So
True.
I don't care what happens. I got my revenge.
yeah, that's
Very true.
the burn the earth policy that I really appreciate, Liam.
Although now, since learning that it ends with the uncle knocking up his niece and then getting murdered by a schoolgirl, I kind of almost like it more now.
Want to see? You want
Because
to
it
know?
just gets to that extra level of like.
Oh,
Just
good
bad.
God.
See, my question is, how does it go from what we watched, which was so shitty and so boring,
Yeah, so boring.
to people
So
getting
unexciting.
killed?
Yeah,
Because
right?
I feel like, again, it probably happens in like the last episode, and you're probably like, well, what the fuck? Just no. Shut
I think
the
that's
screen.
what
and
they
no.
wanted. Some like random shit ending. They're just like, just start killing people. That'll make it different.
How do
They're
we?
Oh, this show's bad.
How do we end this? Make her his niece and knock her up and let everyone kill each other. We don't give a fuck.
Get her
People will think we're trying to be deep.
Oh,
Yup.
so deep. Deep like you
Mhm.
got that D.
Oh dear.
That was weak.
Yes. Fuck
On
you.
that
Okay.
really bad note.
I'm tired. It's time for bed.
Okay, bye everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye, any
Bye,
listeners who are still
everybody.
there. Bye.
Bye.
E.
Oh, my plan sort of worked.